Hello friends, welcome to my channel, a channel for learning simple coding. If you find this video to be helpful, please like, share and subscribe my channel. In previous video, we have learned what is parallel routes and we have explained all the concepts of parallel routes. These all are interview questions. In this class number 15, we are going to understand what is modal and how you can create your own modal in Next.js. Why I am taking a separate video on modal? Because in React it's very simple to create a modal. You can use Bootstrap, you can use Material UI, or you can use other particular inbuilt library to create a modal. But in Next.js it's not so simple. You can try yourself. Other modals also, they would not work on Next.js. But here in this example I am showing you a working modal, and this modal I will also use in intercepting of routing. That's why I'm adding this video just middle of routing, because to understand the concept of intercepting of routing we have to understand, or we have to create a modal also. So what is a modal? Actually modal is to display some pop-up message on top of the web page. Some web page is open and you click and some pop-up message is open, and that message, that's display message pop-up, should give some information, additional information, and emphasizes the attraction of the layout on that particular pop-up message. That is called modal. I show you in the example also what is the modal if you don't understand. How to create a modal, that we are going to understand also, because it's not a simple concept in Next.js. Remember that. And if directly you are coming here and you have implemented modals in React also, and you are just thinking that it's very simple to create, just try yourself and then come to this video and you will realize that it's not easy task to create a modal in Next.js. So I'm giving you a practical knowledge for that. So I'm closing first of all this application, because we have to install a one library for that. So I say npm I react modal. Remember, this react modal is not a complete working modal. I will make a customization and I will make it workable for Next.js also. So it's a react modal. I have to install this. So this library is working on Next.js, but after some modification. Now again I run this application because application is required. Now for modal, what I do, I create a component folder under the app and I say components, because I will use it later on. And under this component folder I create a modals.jsx. I am giving a modal because already modal is there, so I am just for spelling confusion I am giving a name modals. I am adding one more s. Now I say RAFCE, remember. So under this I will use my modal which I have already installed just now. So here I import modal from react modal, remember. So from this I am displaying this, and I just display modal here, modal like this, and I display here some information like h2 type of information, and I say this is modal page. Remember, it's a very simple. Just this modal which we have installed I am using here in this, and you see that we have a modal component here. So we have created the modal, we have created our modal, we have used the predefined library of react modal here. Now it's a by default nature of this modal, it would not work perfectly on Next.js. Just I am showing the first the by default nature, then I modify it as per the requirement. So for using this it required some property is open and request property, that is required here. For that I create here the parameter, I say is open, that would be true and false, and second one would be on request close. This is the function that we are going to receive from the calling side, and here I have to pass is open, and here I need to pass is open property because it will decide to open when we have to open it. Then we have a on request close, and here I pass on request close like this. So this is the function that we will pass from the property side whenever I will use this modal, and it will display this. And this one is that. And now I go to one URL, like we have this website. This is a home page, this is P route, this is services. So I create one more route here. With the help of that route I will display, or otherwise I can create this on services also. So under the service I create one button that will show this. So I go to service here, and under this service page I create here a button. Remember, this button I use, and here I say class name. Under this class name I display here I say BTN primary like this. Then I say show modal. Remember that I am going to show, but for that I have to call this. So I call modals, not modal. I will call modals which I have created so far. This I will use, and remember that this modal which I am using is imported here, and it depend on the state variable. So I say const, and here I say is open, and set is open, and here I say use state, and here I pass by default false. And because I am using use state, so I have to call this component on a client rendering. So I say use client. Now this open and this function we have to pass. So here I say is open to is open, remember, and on request, so I call here a arrow function. Under this I say set is open, and here I say false. Remember, this false I am setting here for this modal, and under this modal this is by default showing the message which I have display here. This is a modal, but we can pass on component also. How we will pass, I will show you later on. So now I create this, and in on click I have on click event. Under this on click I call one more arrow function, and I say set is open to true. So as I say true, it will display modal. Remember that. Now I go to service and we try to refresh it. You see show modal is coming. If I click on this, so you see modal is displaying. This is modal, but it not look like a modal. Remember that I told you that it's not easy to display modal in Next.js. So it is not displaying like a professional modal. So we have to make some customization. So what are the customization that I am going to show you? So the customizations are, go to modals here. Now first of all we have to pass some style, and for that I create here const variable. I say custom style, and this is the object. Under this I say overlay property. Under this overlay property I say background color, like this. I pass the color this way, and this custom property I try to pass here. So I say style. This is custom style. Spelling mistake is there. Custom style. Save this, and we try to see some modification if there. I show, and you see something is modifying, and this is background color. So here I have to provide background color. So under this I say RGBA, and then I pass 00 RGB as a 0, then 0, and then is 0.6. that is the, you can say, display parameter. and now we try to see this, it is working or not. You see everything is black is coming just back of this, and we are just moving toward the professional look of modal. So background we have set, you see background we have set by using RGBA and by display property of this transparent property 6. Now one more thing we have to do, we have to set for content, and for content I say from the top I need 50%, and from the left I say top, then we have from the left side I say 50%, then from the right side I say should be auto, and from the bottom side also top bottom I say auto. Remember, save this and try to see some effect on it. You see it going this side, small one as per the size of the content which we are passing. Then I say margin from the right side, I say it is minus 50%. Try to give this and try to see the change in it. I say, you see some reflection is there, nothing special here. I say here I say transform, because we have to display in the center of the screen, so I say translate function, and I say that should be minus 50% and minus 50%, and I save this. Try to see it is displaying in the screen. You see it's coming in the middle of the screen. You see now it is coming. Now I have to display a close button also and some child component also. So here I just create a button, so I copy the same button from here which we are using for closing this. So this is the button, so I paste here and I say it is for closing purpose, so I call here function on request close function I will call here, remember. So I call here the function, this one button on close, this function I am passing here. Now you see the some look and feel, you see the show button is coming, so I have to change it to close. Save this. So this button is coming, I click and it will close, remember that. So this button will come coming in the left side, so I can customize to right side also. So I say text alignment toward the right side, and I save this, and you will see that button will go to the right side. You see it looking better now. Now one more thing is remaining, that this modal we are displaying a custom page. I don't want to display this custom tag, I want to display children, whatever I will pass from the calling side. So here one more thing I call here, I say children, which is coming that we are displaying here. Save this. So this children I will display just above the button. Now I am calling it, remember that now I have to pass the children also under this. So I say modal like this, and under this I have to call some component. So which component I want to call? For example, I call here suppose what I call in a about layout we have a page, or in a home layout I have a page. So one page I can display, any page I can display, and I have I can display the page from the contact us. So I say here page, I say page from the contact us. So I display here and I import this page here. Remember, I say import, I say page, and it is coming contact us. So I say from the contact us I need this page. Remember, this page is also a component, so that component I am displaying here. So I show you the effect here. Page is defined multiple time. Okay, the problem is here, so I have to change the name. So what I do, because it's already created and I can't change this, so what I do, I create one more component. Remember, I create one more component. Under this component I create one more component to display as a modal. So here I say display message dot jsx, this is my modal, and I say RAFCE, and you see this is a display modal. So here I say my message and I say h2 and I say this is my message for modal. Remember, so this display message I want to use. So this is okay, no problem at all. Show button, and under this here I will use display message. Remember that, because page is already using in a routing, that's why it is showing error. So it's a separate one, display message, nothing linked with this. So here you see error is gone. I click on this, you see close is coming, but we are not having the display message. So this is display message. I save this. Once again I try to check this. Okay, I think some spelling mistake is there for children property. So I go to modal and here I say children is okay, and I am displaying this children just above of the button, and I am using it here. Display message, we have modal, we am passing this here, close is open. Save this modal. Why it is not showing the message? Refresh once again. You see, it was just a refreshing problem. So I refresh this. This is my message for modal. Click here. Remember that now it is working perfectly. So you have seen that how we modify this and how I customize this to make it comfortable with the Next.js platform. So now this page, this modal can display any component within, like we have displayed display message, and this is the modal that which we have used here, inbuilt modal library, React modal, but that is not comfortable with the Next.js. That's why we have made some modification and we have used this CSS also to look like a modal. Now it's okay. So by this video you understand that what is modal and how you can create your own modal in Next.js. If you like it, please do subscribe. Thank you for watching this video. In next video we will see the intercepting of routing by using these modals. Thank you for watching this once again.